Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to see the new release that happened for Power BI in May 2024 and the list of new updates we are going to see in this particular video. What are the new functionalities that are been added in this particular release? What is new for us in Power BI? And based on that, we will see the hands-on experience as well, how we can perform and how we can apply those in real time. So we will see step by step all these videos. Now, please remember that this is important for those who are preparing for data analytics in Power BI or who have already joined some industries and they are already working. So this will help you in your current work also, or it will help you in getting a new job also. Because whenever you are appearing for interview, these questions are asked for you. What was the new or the latest release happened, and what were the new functionalities added in this particular release, right? So, look or just go through the video up until end because we are going to see in this particular video total everything related to release which happened in last month, that is for May 2024, what new functionalities are added, and we are going to do the hands-on of that in this particular video. All right. So we won't waste much time in this, like for the introduction. So we will start with our first update which has been there, and the first update we have is for the matrix layout, right? So in this there are three major updates we have. So as you know that or you might have gone through the Excel part of this particular I mean to say you are familiar with Excel, and in Excel you are familiar with pivot tables, right? So we have some options available in pivot tables where you can change the display version of your matrix view or whatever you create as an pivot table, and based on that only the inspiration is taken from there, and those updates are been brought in Power BI. So the first thing you can see, it has been taken an inspiration from pivot table, and they have introduced some layouts for the matrix, right? And when you say the layouts, then there are three options which they have added, that you can now select the compact outline and tabular layouts for this particular matrix view, right? So what we will do some hands-on experience on this. So we will try to build a visual over here, and based on that, we will try to create a view, and I will show you what are those new options added, right? So first thing, what you have to do, guys, if you haven't, updated your Power BI version to your current or latest version, first you have to do that. Unless you don't do that, you won't be able to see these particular functions available in your Power BI desktop, right? So I will add a link in the description box from where you can just navigate it, and you can first update your Power BI, install your newest version of Power BI, and then all the versions will be available for you. So after you install and all those things, you have to restart your system and then again start working on that. So all everything is been there in your current version, and then you can work on that. All right. So before moving ahead into the video, let us discuss about the data analytics. And when we speak about data analytics, there are various platforms right now available, but which to choose, right? So right now, if you are looking for a profile building and interview preparations with career accelerator program as well as placement support, so then there is a platform called Odin School which will help you in all the data analytics courses. And today we will speak about the PL 300 certification course which is provided by Odin School. So why PL 300 certification is needed? Because it is considered as a proof of expertise in Power BI desktop as well as in Power BI service, and it will give you amazing career opportunities, and you will be considered as a master in Power BI. Now, who can do this particular Power BI certification course? So it is for everyone, for the people who are working professionals or who are fresher trying to enter into data analytic industries, or for students who are doing their graduation any technical fields, right? And in this particular Power BI certification course, they will provide you a complete comprehensive curriculum with complete syllabus. They will also include some practice tests which will have and questions similar to what you will get in an original exam. So if you want to see the curriculum and what are the learning modules in this particular PL 300 exam, so first they will provide you an introductions, then they will help you in setup of Power BI desktop and service. Then there will be data preparations, data modeling. Then including data modeling, they will also help you in tax calculations, visualization, creating different charts, different reports and dashboards. analysis, taking some insights from those, deploying those particular dashboard to Power BI service, and they will also take practice exams before appearing for this particular PL 300 examination. So here are few success stories, people who have taken the PL 300 course and they have cracked as well. So you can read this particular success stories. So there are many people who have appeared for this. So there are two paths of learning for this PL 300 course. You can choose any of this. So first is in person. In person is nothing but you have to visit their training institute. That is nothing but in Hyderabad city. You can see the address over here. And the second one is the virtual training where you can do the live online training schedule. So both the schedule are on the same days. You can see it is from 29, 30 June. So first 2 days and the next is on 6th and 7th July, right? So actually these are nothing but these are on weekends, and the timing for this is a full day, that is from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. IST, the full days. They will help you in training in this particular PL 300 course. So the course fee structure for in-person trainings, that is for classroom training, will be 35,000 plus GST. And as I told you, it will be 4-day classroom trainings only on Saturday and Sunday, and you will get 100% money back guarantee if you are not able to crack this particular PL 300 course, right? Similarly, for virtual training, that is online training, same conditions will be there. It will be held on Saturdays and Sundays, and the fee for this will be 28,000 plus GST, and the conditions are applied over here. That is 100% money back guarantee if you are not able to crack this particular PL 300 course. So guys, if you are looking for this particular PL 300 certification course, Odin School is the best platform for you. So I will add the link in the description box of this video, and I will also pin in the comment section. You can just click and you can apply for this particular PL 300 certification course. So let's move ahead with our video. So first thing what we will do, I will just create a matrix visual, and I will show all these three major views which we have in matrix. So here you have an option in visualization called matrix. So this is a matrix chart from here which we are going to create. So tabular view and the matrix view are different. So we are going to create a matrix visualization. I will just click on this matrix. Okay, so now I will just try to create a visualization over here. So what I will do, I will just create a view over here. First, I will take category, so I will add it into rows over here. Then I will take subcategory, I will add it into rows again. Okay. And then I will take sales value, I will add it into values over here, and I will add quantity as well. Right. So few measures, right? So now what I will do, if you can see a plus icon, so you can drill down in the furnitures, right? So in furniture category, what are the different subcategories available? So I will just click on plus, right? So you have office supplies and you have technologies also, right? So these are the values which we already have, and I will just increase likewise, right? And now what we will see, what are the different options available for us in this particular matrix view. So just select this particular view, and I will come into this particular format your visual. So when I click here, you have an options over here, and in this first thing you can see, as we have it in pivot tables, we can see these three options over here, and you can see where you can find it in this particular screenshot. It is mentioned. So this particular entire file, I will add it into the description box from where you can download this working file as well, right? And you can reload all these functions which are available over here, right? So first thing, you can go into the layout and styles, right? So you have an option here called layout and styles. And here you can see now different options available. So style, we already had it. And now next we have an option called layout. Okay, so first is compact view. So when you click on compact view, it will show this particular entire matrix compact, right? So it will not take much space in the visualization, and compactly it will give us the visualizations, all those things, right? So now let's see other options. When I click on outline, you can see it is increasing one more column over here, where it is showing one category and it is showing one more column for subcategory. Getting or not? So in this way, you can see outline, and you can see the totals are shown at the top of this particular matrix. And there is one more view called tabular. So as soon as you see tabular view, the totals, that is nothing but the layout of the view will be changing, right? So totals you will see at the bottom, right? So these are the features which are added based on the layout of that particular matrix, how you want to view it. Okay, so depending upon space in your visualization, you can show it in the form of compact view, you can show it in tabular format, or you can show it in an outline format, right? Then next thing we have is the second option, which is again been taken from Excel's pivot table layout, where you have an option to repeat the particular headers, right? So when these options we see these options repeating the row headers, it is only available for outline and tabular layouts, right? So when I see for check for compact, you can see you don't have any options available here to repeat the headers, because compact option, in this we are already creating a matrix view compactly to reduce the space in the visualization. So it is not allowing us to repeat the row headers, because here you can see the row headers, that is nothing but we are reducing one column and everything is being shown under category itself, right? But when I choose outline, you can see option has been available over here called repeat row headers. Now what happens when we click on this repeat row headers? So when I just turn on this repeat row headers, you can see the furniture which was only available once in this particular column, it will be repeated for all these subcategories or respective subcategories over here, you can see likewise, right? So when you turn off, you will see that it will be only shown once in this particular entire, so it will be merging all these particular rows for those subcategories, and it will show category once only, right? And you have an option this particular available in tabular format also. So when you turn on, you can see all these particular views, right? So this is the second update which has been added, which is taken again inspiration from the pivot tables, right? Second, further, there are one more, you can see an option is added over here, that is to insert a blank, right? So now when we consider or when we say blank row, so it is nothing but for that particular subtotals, right? You can see for first category, that is for furniture category, it is giving us the total. For office supplies, it is giving us the total. And for technology, it is giving us the total, right? So what it will do is for each of the subtotals, after that subtotal, it will add one particular blank row in between. So it will give us an proper visual experience. So if you are working with a very large grade report, okay, because most of the clients ask for grid report in their visualization, and when we are working in such kind of grid reports, to create our visualization properly good looking and to read it properly, these options is been added, right? So you have an option here called blank row, you can see here, right? So when you just drop down it, we have some different options available, but first we have to turn it on. So when you turn it on, you can see what changes are happening in the visual. So when I turn it on, you can see blank row is added over here. So blank row is added in between each totals and subtotals, right? So it gives us a proper visual experience to distinguish between different categories, and then you can read out those properly, right? And based on that, you can give different colors also. The row which we have added, you can see we can give different colors over here likewise. Okay, so you can see we can distinguish that particular by giving different colors over here, right? You can also give some borders. Let's say we don't want to give any colors, we want to give some borders, right? So you can give borders also. When I turn it on, you can see the border is also available. So in this way, what you can do is you can distinguish those, and it is easily readable for any of the user to take the insights from here. So for a category, this is the total. Then for that, I mean to say, for furniture category, this is the subtotal. Office, this is the subtotal. For technology, this is the subtotal. And then you can see for the grand total as well, right? So these are few options available for matrix layout. Okay, in this latest release, this you should know because your interviewer will ask you. And if you are already working in any of the industry, then this will help you in already creating your visuals, or which you have already created, and your client might have asked you this if this is available in Power BI, and at that time you might have said no, we don't have these options available, or and then later, right now we have this Power BI update, and you can provide this solution to your client, right? So I hope you have understood for the matrix layout. And next we will see for line updates. Okay, So before moving ahead into our project, I would like to introduce you to my website, and this is available on TopMate, where I give different offerings. So in that one is you can reach out to me personally for one-to-one call for career guidance in data analyst, or you can reach out to me for interview preparation tips in both Power BI and Tableau, and also you can reach out to me for one-on-one mentorship or mock interview as well. And mock interview both in Power BI and Tableau, I will be able to help you in all of this. And in this particular mock interview, I will take your interview as well, and I will give you the feedback also what you should improve and how was your interview with me, getting or not. And there is available options for recording as well. If you want to record, you can select the options, and you can just have an option where you will get the recording of this particular video as well. All right. And also I will provide some digital material as well. Here you can see the Power BI material is also available, which includes all these topics which you can see in front of your screen. And all these particular topics, those are already created by me and designed by myself. Okay. And all these notes are very much helpful. Let's say you have a Power BI interview 2 or 3 days later, and you want to do a revision of all whatever you have learned. So these are the go-to notes, and PPTs are available where you can just go through all of them. Interview questions are available of all rounds, like technical, non-technical, any non-technical, managerial rounds, client rounds, right? And also in technical, level 1, level 2, scenario based questions are also available. And I will also provide you the Power BI 2 to 3 projects also, right? With all the dashboard files I will provide, which you can add in your resume, right? The raw material, I will share with you the problem statement of that particular project as well, right? Similarly, you can find the same for Tableau, for SQL as well. And all this consolidated is also available in data analyst complete material, where you will get to see all the data analyst tools which are available. And in this also I will be providing you with all the handwritten notes, printed PDF notes will be also available with all the important topics. And in this, the main important thing is I will provide you the roadmap. Okay. And the roadmap is designed with respect to current 2024 year, with the latest technical, we can say, techniques are added in that. And the we can say what topics you should learn, that has been added. And for all those topics I have mentioned the links of different courses, of YouTube videos, of Udemy, which are best for that particular topic. So you don't have to search and go around and look for those particular videos and which one to see, what to see. So these are handpicked by myself. So it will not, we can say, it will not waste your time in searching those. You can just have to click and you can just start learning those particular topics. And with this also projects are also included in each tool. So you can just click, you can see, you can read everything whatever you need over here. And then if you find it helpful, you can go ahead and purchase it. And you can see, so last 3 months only I've started, and you can see more bookings I have got. And so I was the top rated in data for we can say 2023 year. All right. So similarly, right now 30% offer is going on only on data analyst material, and is only valid up to 15th March 2024. Okay. And you can also read my different feedbacks also. You can read about me as well over here, getting not. So at the end I will add the link in the description box of this particular video. You can go ahead and visit. If you find it helpful, you can just go ahead and buy it. And also you can just click here, and all the description is mentioned, whatever is available in this material it is mentioned. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me at this particular WhatsApp number. All right. So let's move ahead with our video. So now we have some line updates as well, and the line updates are, we can say, pretty much updates we have in this particular line updates. You can see there are few enhancements which are added for line chart. So when I say line chart, it is also applicable for area chart as well, right? So you can see the highlighted points in bold, that is hide and show lines, customize line pattern, auto-scale line pattern, line dash gap, and this particular line upgrade cross other line types. Okay. So this particular, you can say, line types or the updates are been added already for this particular visual. So I will show you how to do it practically and how they are available for us, right? So first we will see the hide lines. Okay. So now what does a hide lines mean? So I will show it in the form of a practical manner. So first what we'll do, we'll create a line chart over here. So I'll just take a line chart from here. Okay. And I will just try to create a line chart over here. So first what I will do, so we'll create a line chart based on months. So we have an order date hierarchy over here. So I'll just take month, I will add it into x-axis, and I will take sales and I will add it onto y-axis, right? So we have this line, but we will break this particular line based on region. Okay. So I will take region from here. We have region and I will add it into legend. Okay. So you can see now based on different regions, these lines, we can see four different lines, right? But many times your client or your stakeholders or your customer will ask you, don't show all the lines over here. So let's say for South region, you don't want to see the line over here, but you still want to show the visualizations or the values on tooltip, or you can see whatever the lines you are seeing for the South region, show it into dot marks or show it into the markers. Don't show the continuous line over here. So based on that experience only, Power BI have introduced this particular feature, and now we will just see how we can do that. So just select this particular thing, go to format visual, okay, and then you have an option here called lines. Okay, so just go to lines, all right, and you can see an option here called show for all series. When you turn off, you cannot see anything over here. So for all these particular lines, this line has been gone from over here, but you can still see that there are some visuals available. I mean to say it has been just disappeared over here, but the line is present, but you cannot see that particular, it has been hidden, right? And you can see the tooltips are still working, right? So based on that only we are going to do that. So I will just turn it off on right now, but we just want to hide it for South region. So what I will do, I will just click on South region and I will just turn it off. So as soon as I turn it off, you can see this particular South region line, that is this little line, it will go away. So what I will do, I will just turn off and you can see the South region line has been turned off. It is not been visible, but the values are still present over here, because when you see, whenever I'm hovering on my mouse, you can see a dot is present for that particular South line, and in visual, or we can say in a tooltip, you can still see that particular South region, right? And the value for that particular sales value for South region, right? But there are some more options you can do here. So you can just go in markers. Okay. I will just turn on the mic markers. You can see when I turn on the marker values are available for South region, right? In the same way. So what I will do, I will just turn it on for South region. Okay. So turn on it for South region, go to all, uh, or just go to yeah, now just turn off the region, right? And now turn on, just select the south, off, on, and for all other I'll just turn it off. So now what I will do, I have just off and on. So means what, now we can only just see it for South region, right? So you can see for South region the different markers are available. So when I just click over here again, and when you go for lines, you can just turn on this, just go to south, and you can just give some different markers as well from here. So for South region only, we can just give some different markers. I will just go to all now and I will just turn, right? Just turn off with this, and you can see for South region, you can just visualize this in the form of markers. Means what is the motive of doing this is, out of when you are visualizing many lines in this particular visuals, and out of those you have to just highlight one line. Okay, means you want your user to see at a specific line or at a specific data point into the visualization, your attention should be taken toward there only. So now when I am looking at this particular visual, my attention will go first on this particular dots which are available over here. So what does it mean? That for South region there are the least sale that are been happening. So you can do it vice versa for this, right? So for West region you can highlight this and you can mention that there are the maximum sales happening for West region. Similar way, it is done in the real time also. Whenever you are dealing with 4 to 5 lines, broken lines, or we can say different lines which are being shown in a single visuals cluster, we can say. In that case, you can just use this functionality and you can draw your user's attention over here, and then you can work on this. And this same is available on matrix. Not only on this, you can do it for area also. So if I change it for area chart, you can see it is available for area chart as well. You can visualize over here right, on area chart as well. All right. So this was for hide line. Next, what we will do, I will show it on the customized line pattern. Means what? you can see there are some customized line pattern applied in Power BI where you can change the look of the line. Okay, so the line which we visualized, you can change the look and feel of the line. So first it was a traditional, a complete solid line or a dotted line. Okay, now you can change, you can make a solid line, dot line, solid line, dot line. It is nothing but there is a new pattern added, that is dash gap, right? And based on that, you can use this particular visualization to show in the form of visual, right? So I will show you what actually it has been done. So I will just create a line chart over here. So I will take this particular line chart and I'll just try to create it over here and I will show it over here. So I'll just take month and I will just take sales. Okay. So now this is the line chart which is by default created. I will go in visualization. I will go in lines over here. And here, when you go in the line style, you have either a solid, you can do it in dashed type, okay. You can either do in a dotted type. Okay, so these are the three. Initially it was present. Now you have one more option called custom. Okay. So when I click on custom, you can see a dash array is present over here. That is nothing but 5505, some values are present. And based on changing this value, you will have a different type of visual over here. And automatically you can see in front of you a different type of line style has been present. Okay, so I'll just go again over here and I will show you. And now how to change this and how it works, right? So here I've mentioned one picture over here. That is nothing but dash. Okay, so dash means nothing but the first line, what should be the pixel of that line, then you how much should be the gap in that particular, right? So dash, then what should be the gap in that pixel, then again one more dash is there, right? So that is the third line, what should be the pixel of that and the gap, right? So it is nothing but you have four types of pixel that you should add over here. And based on this four type of pixel, it should be given to all other continuous lines, right? So first is dash, what should be the size of that dash, then what should be the size of the gap, and one more dash is there, whether you want the same or you want some different size for this, and again one more gap, right? So once you are specifying this, you can do that. So let's say what I will do, I will just first dash I want of 15. Okay, so as soon as I do, you can see the first dash. Okay, so first line, you can see it has been bigger, and you can see sorry, so you can see the next what we have to add is gap. Okay, so what I will do, I will give the gap of 10. So as soon as I do, you can see the gap has been increased. Then you want one more dash. So I will add it of 5. Okay. So you can see a gap has been increased. Or we can see it, first it was dot. Now it has been increased. And next one more gap we want. I will give it of 10 again. Okay. So likewise, you can see we have increased the pattern of the line, which is looking more intuitive. So likewise, you can play around this. So what I will do, instead of gap, I will mention the gap of 0 over here, right? So you can see I will mention the gap of 0 over here, and now you can see it is looking at something different, right? So dash gap, dash gap. Okay, so I will increase the gap again over here. Let's say of 5, and here also 5. Okay, and this again I will increase of, let's say, 2. So now you can see again the pattern has been changed, right? So this is a new visualization that has been added over here. And regarding this visual, you can read out over here. So you can either choosing from solid dashed or custom line styles ranging from 0 to 50 pixels, right? And based on their patterns, you can create this particular pattern, and the default pattern which we have is 5505. Okay, means by default it will be created as a 5505. This will be the default pixels which are set in Power BI, and based on that you can change by adding those numbers over here, and you can create an intuitive line chart. Okay, so this was the second type of customized line pattern in line updates. Okay, so now next we will move ahead, and next we have what auto scaling dash patterns, and next is controlled dash cap on the line, right? So based on that, now we will just see how we can do this. So I'll just explain this with you an example instead of reading out the theoretical part. The theoretical part you can read out on your own. So it is mentioned over here. So what I will do, I'll just create a chart over here first. All right. So now we have created a different chart over here. So now we have an option called auto scaling. Now you are not able to find out which is the suitable pattern for you. That is nothing but you are not able to figure out what should be the dash gap pixels to be set in Power BI so that you will get a good intuitive chart or a good line chart. So Power BI have an option for you where you don't have to uh, do an effort for that. It will automatically create it for you. So for that, what I will do, I will just go in visualization. I will go in lines, and first, what I will do, instead of solid, I will just select first a custom, right? So now you can see default 5505 is there. You will play around. You will change the numbers over here. Let's say I'm increasing again 15. Okay, 5, and I'm increasing again this to the last dash. I'm increasing to 10. So this is the the pattern you have created, but it don't look nice for you, and you are playing and changing the values, but still you are not able to set these values and create a good chart. So you have an option here called scale by width. Okay, so when you turn on this option, so what Power BI is doing is it is automatically creating an particular this particular pattern for you, nothing but based on the size and what visualization you are doing. It is creating an automatic array dash array for you, and it is displaying in front of you the best suitable. Okay, so there are two options. Either you can do it by scale by width, that is let Power BI decide what he wants to show, or either you can work on dash array and you can show it, right? So now this is a very good update, because if you are working on the reference lines, forecast lines, and other leader lines, you can change and give the pattern for those lines in this form. So you can, so whenever a visual is coming in front of you, or whenever your client is saying, he will come to know that this particular dash of different style, it is something for reference lines, and it will drag your attention towards that, right? So this is one type. Then next, one more option we have is controlled dash cap on the line. It is nothing but this particular dash cap whichever you are showing over here. So what I will do, I will just increase the pixel of it first, right? So now what you can see here is this dash gap, that is nothing but this particular uh, the dashes which you are seeing, you can change it to either flat, round, or square. Okay, and you have an option here called as dash cap. So by default it is round. When you choose flat, you can see it has been perfectly square over here, right? And for this also, that is for you can see, I will just increase this particular dash cap. For this particular dash also, I will just turn off this first, and what we will do, I'll just increase it to 5 pixel. All right, so you can see for all the dashes now, the visualization of that dashes is perfectly square, right? Or we can say it is flat at the end of that particular dash, and when you choose as it's square, you can see it has been converted into a proper square format, right? So it is nothing but so these are this particular dash caps options which you have. By default, first it will be what, it will be in flat. So this is it will be in round, I can say. So this is the best way to visualize it, and you can just turn on this, and based on the visualization it is automatically showing, right? So I'll just reduce the width of this. So depending upon width also, if you're changing the width, based on that also the visualization will change, right? So you have to be careful on these particular options, which is the best suitable way, either scale by width, or you can create your own dash array if it is not working for you, right? So these are the new updates which are been added for line charts, right? So now next we will move ahead. That is nothing but with our modern tooltips, right? So now tooltips, when I speak of tooltips, so this particular tooltips, or this the kind of these options, they are still in progress, right? So you can say in this particular whatever you can read it over here. So this is an evolution to enhance their functionality for tooltips, and they are trying to introduce a modern tooltip as a new default, right? So what this particular update is, that it's just the first step in this particular improvement. Okay, and so what Power BI have just started the improve, this particular update in modern tooltip. So there will be some future developments done in this particular area, that is for tooltips, because many times we want some customized tooltips for our users. Your user will say that I no, I don't this particular tooltips. I want this kind of tooltips, and based on those tooltips, he will say, okay, if you're creating this kind of tooltips, then I want some customizations. I want some different pixel size for these tooltips. I want some different, the size of that tooltip which we are setting in creating by different new chart. I want something different over there also, right? So based on that, they have just tried to, bring some, options for us in the tooltip. So right now, at this point of this particular update, there is not much to show over here, but obviously they have mentioned that there will be some remarkable improvements in future. So this is just the first step in the improvement of this particular tooltips. So just they are just telling it. So here you can see in this particular pictorial format that you can see in this particular visual, this is the tooltip mockup which they have shown over here, and in this they have shown that the color of the month is green. That is nothing but for this particular visual, the color is for January, it is green, year is 2022, and the clustered column, the value of this particular column is 28904. So they are just trying to bring this, and obviously you can always work with tooltip, so I'll just try to create one more chart over here based on column. You can see these are the cells with respect to different columns, and whenever I hover over my mouse, you can see the different tooltips available over here. And obviously if you want to see different measures on this, you will take, let's say you will take quantity and you will add it into tooltips, you will take profit, you will add it into tooltips, right? And when you hover your mouse, you can see it is not in the visualization, but still you can see in the tooltip, right? So they are trying to increase the more and more functionalities which should be available for us in this particular visualization. So there is more yet to come from Power BI, and as soon as we have those, I will create a dedicated video of this, right? So this is regarding the modern tooltip, which will be, a good release for us in coming months, right? The next we have is on object interactions, right? So now this is also a first step of release that has been done in Power BI, and this is only available for few of the charts. Like you can say it is available for small multiples, it is available for waterfall chart, and it is available only for matrix visuals. And when you say on object interaction, it is nothing but on object that is on the chart itself. You can do editing of that particular visual. That is, you don't have to go in visualization. So automatically, let's say you want to change the title of this chart, you can do in the visualization on object, that is on visualization itself. Okay. So when I say on object, so first what you have to do is you have to turn on this preview features, right? So for that, what I will do, I will go in files, okay. Then just go in options and settings, then go in options, okay. And here you will have an option called preview features, okay. And when you come in preview features, you have an option here called on object interaction. So I don't like this very much, but for this particular video, I will show you how to do it. I will just click on object interaction, and I will just click on OK, right? And it is saying that you have enabled, but you have to restart this application. So I will just click on OK. So what I will do, I have to restart this particular application to see that particular on object interaction. So I'll just save this first, and I will close this. So now guys, what I have done is I have closed my application, and again I have restarted it. So now I will show you how to do it over here. So from here, what I will do, I will just try to create the same chart over here. So I will just take a line chart over here. Okay. And based on line chart, what I will do, I'll just take let's see, I will just take months. Okay, I will just take month, and I will take cells. Okay, so you can see we have a visual. Now we will just create a small multiples of this. So what I will do, I will take region. Okay, and so in region, I will just add it into small multiples. So for that, you can see you have an option here called small multiples. I will just take region and I will add it into small multiples. As soon as you do based on region, okay, it will give us the four multiples, that is for each region. It will give us the map chart, right? Sorry, the line chart, right? So now what we have to do is, let's say I want to change the title of this view. So what I can do is I can just click once, click one more time, and click, let's say I will just click price over here, right? So yeah, three times. You have to click three times. So I will just click outside, and I will just click 1, 2, 3. Okay, that is nothing but you have to double click on this, right? Or you can see you have to click thrice on this. So automatically you click, you can see you have an option now to change the title from here itself. So let's say I want to just say uh regional sales. I will just say regional sales over here. Okay, so you can just do this. You can do here also. You can change this also. you can change this also. Let's say you want to change this, and you want to change the font of this. Let's say you want to change it to Sergio. You can change the font color as well. You can change the background also for this, right? Likewise, right? So you can change the different backgrounds for this also. So it means that on object itself, that is on chart itself, you can directly click over here and you can change the options, right? You can do it everything. You can do it for tooltips also. You can do it for all whatever you have. You can do it for labels also over here, and automatically the format options will be available over here. So this is same like we had in Excel. So it will not waste our time to go in this particular format visuals and do all those things, right? So it is saving us our time, and at immediately we can do the formattings over here, right? And it is saying that it is available for small multiples in waterfall and matrix chart. That is, for small multiples we have already did this. You can try it for waterfall and matrix charts as well, right? So you will have that an options for you, right? So we will I move ahead over the next functionality which has been there. So next is publish to folders. Okay, so when I say publish to folders, this option is mostly available for us when we are using a Power BI service. Okay, so when we say folder means what? In Power BI, we might have some folders, nested folders available on Power BI service. So you can directly publish your desktop dashboards. From your desktop dashboards, you can directly publish to that specific folder, right? So it is reducing our time to work on Power BI service. That is, you can directly find your destination publication folder and directly you can publish your Power BI reports over here. And for that, what you have to do is you have to first turn on that feature over here. You have to go in preview feature and you have to turn on this dialog box, that is publish, this particular to this particular folder. That is nothing but you have to go in files. You can just go in options and settings, go in options. Then you will have an option here called, uh, preview features, and here you have an options called publish dialog support folder selections, right? So you have to enable this particular feature first. Click OK, restart your this particular application, and then you will have an options over here, right? So you can see some pictures are available over here, and you can read out this because it will be easy for us to create a hierarchical structure for organizing and managing your items and dashboards, right? So from desktop itself, you can do these particular options, right? So whenever you are publishing a report, you can choose the specific workspace and the folder for your report, right? And this interface is simply stick and easy to understand, right? And it is easy for us to organize our Power BI content from desktop better than ever, right? So it is nothing but it is helping us to organize our content on Power BI service, whatever we are going to upload, right? So whenever you are clicking your options in a home, you have an option called publish, and whenever you log in and change your do save your changes and login. So when I will just save, and when you click on publish, you have to just add so that particular login ID, and you will have an option. So first you have to create a folder. Whenever you are practicing this, first create a folder in Power BI service and then try this, right? So this is a new feature is which is added, that is publish to folders, right? We will move ahead next, that is Copilot questions, right? So when I come to this is that it is nothing but that it is a new functionality added for Copilot, and I guess this is mostly for Power BI service and Fabric, because you can see this particular feature for Power BI service. Okay, so in this particular, what is that you can write and explain DAX query in DAX query view updates, right? So whenever you see a Copilot option over here, you can write all these particular Copilot questions over here. That is nothing but this is a kind of AI which has been introduced in Power BI, where you can just ask questions to Copilot based on what data we have in our Power BI. And based on those questions, it will give us those particular answers immediately by firing those queries to AI, and then it will display the visualization, or it will give us an insight based on that, right? So there are so you can see here that there are feature is released alongside a variety of other Copilot features in coming weeks. It is nothing but not only this feature, there are some more features which will be coming in this particular coming weeks, where it will be available in both edit and view modes in Power BI services, right? So you will have these options in Power BI services in both in edit and view modes, right? So if you are viewing also, and still you can fire this particular feature, right? So this is a preview feature, and right now it is a preview feature. You will need to enable it via preview toggle in Copilot pane, right? So you have to first enable here. You can see a Copilot option, and you have to turn on this preview, and then you can do this. Means it is nothing but a beta version, we can say, where you can ask questions about your data which is present on your report pages, right? So this is one thing. We don't have Power BI service, so that's the reason I cannot demonstrate you. But this is an options available for you. For those who are working in industry, they will have an ability to work on this, right? Then there are some other Copilot features which are almost introduced here. That is, you can ask your Copilot questions about your data in your model, right? So when I say questions about data in your model, it is nothing but we have an option called DAX over here, right? So you can see we have an option here called a DAX query over here. So what you can do here is you can write your DAX over here, and based on that DAX, you will get an we can say uh, so I mean to say it is mostly viewable in Power BI service. You can see over here, and in Microsoft Fabric also. But what does it do is whenever you are firing or before going and adding that particular logic into your reports, you can try it by firing it over here. It will give you the explanation of that DAX as well. And when you run it, you will also get an explanation of what actually output will look like. Okay, so this is what it has been trying to create it over here. And so that particular DAX, different options we have here is that you can run the DAX query before you keep it. Means what? Instead of applying first it into our visualization, in this particular mode, you can run it and you can see how the results are been looking like, right? So you can conversationally build the DAX query, and syntax checks also. We can also see what are the syntax checks. If there is any wrong in syntax, it will give us where you are wrong and all those things, right? So it is again a kind of AI itself. So based on this, these are the Copilot things which are been added in Power BI, and they are more focusing right now on Copilot to add the AI in this particular Power BI, so that it will make our life easier, right? So this is one more new feature has been added. Now next other feature is a new relationship, that is new managed relationship model or a dialog box which has been added over here. So here what we can do here is, when we are opening our managed relationship or a data model dialog box, and let's say you have 5 to 6 tables used in your data model, and based on those 5 to 6 or 10 tables, you want to see how they are connected to each other, and what are the relationships used in those, right? And what is their status, whether they are active or inactive, right? So what I will do, I will just show you with an example. So what I will do, I will just open my IPL dashboard, which is available over here. So just wait for it to open. So now, so when, so let's, yeah, so we have our IPL dashboard. And now what I will do, so this is an IPL dashboard which I created. We have the video also of this, and we are using the multiple tables for this. So when I go in model view, you can see we have 3 tables we used over here. And now let's say you want to see how, when we are dealing with a large number of tables, you cannot see in this particular dialog box how they are connected, what are the status of that. So Power BI have introduced a new manage relationship dialog box. So you can just click on this. When I click on this, you can see the tables how they are connected to each other, right? You can see the IPL ball by ball is connected to IPL matches, and what is the relationship? You can one to many, so that is many to one relationships is there, or one to many, you can see otherwise. And what is the status of it? It is active or inactive. Okay, and you can delete and edit from here itself, or you can switch it to active to inactive also. And for the second table also, how it is connected. And sometimes whenever you are creating a new data model, you are not able to find out the relationship. So you have an option here called auto detect, right? So you can just click on this auto detect relationship. So based on the tables which are available in your visualization or in this data model view, it will automatically create an relationships between them, and it will be showing it over here, right? So you have one more option called filter also. So if you want to filter out few relationships over here, so let's say if you want to see only one-to-one relationships, so when you filter out those, the tables which are having one-to-one relationships, it will be visible for you, right? So these are a few, manage relationships dialog box which has been introduced, which will make our life easier whenever we are dealing with multiple tables in our data model, right? So these are few, I can say, important release that are been, released in May 2024. I hope you have gone through this, because your interviewer might ask you some questions on this, and whenever you are a working individual working on a real-time projects, this will help you to apply these functionalities in your real time, right? So I hope you have understood this. I will bring more such videos in upcoming days whenever there are new releases happened in Power BI. And so I will add this workbook in my description of this video. You can download it, you can read the theoretical part, what has been there, what newly it has been added, and all those things, right? So I will see you in the next time. Till then, bye bye.